Alright, hello and welcome to another post-game commentary. This time it's gonna be another Whirling Flames 4v4 game that was played a few days ago and wanted to cover it. There was a update for Whirling Flames and yeah, the Muppet guys invited me to try it out with them. So here we are. On Urban Frontlines, I'm playing the new 20th Motor Rifle Division. There is with me on the team Mr. X playing the 31st VDV, and Baron is playing some 155th, basically Russian Marines, right? And the Dutch Fire is playing 90th Guards, the tank division. On NATO team, we have Cathode, Housemaster, Thor, and Hanky playing some motorized brigade, French, I believe, or Belgian, actually. 34th Infantry Division, National Guard with B2s, 10th Panzer Division, and the 6th E, which you know from the base game. I'm going to be going to the left side of Urban Frontlines here, our left side, playing for Fedor and Elena here with my 20th Motor Rifle Division. And I'm going to be opening up with double Razvedka Verba here, which is a pretty good new manpad, the Sturmoviki Squad 3 Verbas actually, and the Meteorit thing, which is like the coffin launcher. That's going to be going into the Elena itself. And for Fedor, we have Razvedka again in the Tiger and BMP-3 transports with Motostrelki, Verba, another MTLB, command thing. T90A is going to be joining in the middle somewhere, and there should be another MTLB command for this position. Now we should be starting in a few minutes really. Yeah, I started this early because I wanted to be able to cover like deployments and stuff before the game begins, right? So we can cover the engagements once it starts. To my right, to my immediate right, is going to be Mr. X playing, what did I say, 90th or actually 31st Dasant Nashtemova, I think, the VDV. So AGS, right? Teams Cornet, another AGS, Descent Verba, Descent Nikki Matis. More Descent Nikis, Cornets, Verbas, whatnot. Descent Razvedka. There's gonna be sniper teams from the Dutch Fire. I'm not sure why, like, why are these starting behind these guys, but you know, I guess these are forward deployed, airborne forward deployed. These are not, because the Mr. X is playing VDV after all. And here we have more Dutch Fire stuff. So BMPT, Montesroki command. There is a TOS 1A on the start of the game. Double Igla, another BMPT Typhoon with the Sturmovikis, right? And there's going to be a Baron on the far right, I assume. Actually, he's going Boris. And he's going to be playing, what did I say? The Marines, yes. So, T80BV Recon tank, wow, interesting. And this is, I guess, Marines, or Razvedka Marines and whatnot. Double Igla, Command Infantry, some more Marines here. And we have another Razvedka, Marine Razvedka team going to the far right. I also opened one of the new four-post drones. Probably butchered the name, but again, I don't know Russian, right? So, very cool looking drone. Same as the Supercam from the previous games, I think. I'm gonna cover the deck at the end of the game. I might actually cover all three new divisions because I don't know when the next Golden Flames game is gonna be played, so might as well just do it all after this one. The 90A, pretty nice model. It's just overall not a very good tank. You'll see that later on. It feels like a T-72 from the base game. Really. Here we have Cathode playing Belgium, I assume. Yes, will be facing me here and going middle as well. Actually, he's actually just going to be going middle. Never mind. And Hanky guy's going to be backing him up apparently. Baron does manage to get in here. There is a cluster artillery landing. All right, let's focus on my side for the time being. So Housemaster is actually going to be facing me with his 34th National Guard. Now, National Guard, yeah, it's all reservists, but they do have a very, very cool B-2 bombers that can be very, very annoying as well. As you can see, I'm kind of setting up my defenses here, capping the backline sector. The MTLB command is arriving. Tigram is opening up alongside the BRM 1K. Here, this BRM does have 30 mil. The TOS is going to be engaging in the middle here. I think he cut the salvo. Razvedka, firing some RPGs. They are struggling against this many. Against Meteorite thing is arriving as well to provide some coffin launcher support. Now this Razvedka does manage to get into this building. The Bradley is going to be kind of nasty to deal with. This was kind of risky. The MTLB command thing was risked here. The Tigger does get blown up by the Bradley, I'm going to assume. The Sturmoviki are arriving. Razvedka died. Luckily, this ATGM does miss. And the BRM is going to be trying to push slightly, but also hiding behind this house so it doesn't get blown up by the TO2A here. Corpus drone still circling above, sorry. T90A for the time being in the defensive position here. They do have a slight lead. This wasn't capped in time, and we have more BMP3s arriving with more Motostrelki. Oh, this was cancelled, I believe, yes, because he retreated. I spotted this National Guard Mech Rifles leader closing in towards the sector here, so this is like, this tree line is the only place where he can realistically go, so this is going to be pre-aimed at this position, right? Web Reset, Exceptional Optics was allowed to chill here, which isn't really a good move by me. You can see the new skins on these BMP3s as well. They still have the Bastion, and they're not the best IFV in this division. So this is going to be opening up shortly. Yes, to deal with the National Guard fire team leader or whatever that was. I forgot. We are spotting some Housemasters build up here at the moment. So Sturmovikis are going to be advancing, supported with the BRM-1K to deal with these National Guard scouts and National Guard weapons team. You can see 30 mil, yeah, very, very effective. Also exceptional optics in the vehicle, as the BRMs are usually. So AGL Humvee, apparently small arms can't damage the Humvee for some reason, so the BRM is going to be moving in to deal with that. Belgians from the cathode are now trying to make a move. Another TOS salvo is going to be hitting these middle positions here. Yeah, double TOS actually at the start is pretty much insane. The K52K died from the Baron here. This is a new tank as well. I will be. It's actually not a new tank. Well, it's just not in this division. Alright, WAP T20, let's go down to the BRM. National Guard, H64, the Apache is purchased. Again, exceptional optics. Is it exceptional optics? Yes, it is. Exceptional optics Humvee. And Cornet and Verba Manpad are arriving here to set up defensive positions here and here, I assume, in these buildings. Just in case Housemaster decides to make a move at me from this direction. Here we have a nice BMP3 covering the open field with the Bastion here, Razvedka spotting for it, and a Verba in case some OH-58s or Apaches decide to make a move. Baron kind of still struggling. There is Mr. X's command unit and Dasant Cornet arriving to provide some support. BMP3 supported with the BRM are going to be moving in to try and deal with the Bradleys and whatnot. Bastion, faster missile than a TO2A, so doesn't get the hit first. National Guard M1A1AJ is arriving. Pretty alarming, honestly. Razvedka is going to be moving up shortly to try and deal with that. AGS taking fire from the Abrams here. As well, I was trying to micro these BMPs behind buildings and allow my Razvedka to actually fire an RPG into this Abrams. And then try to, as you can see, I'm flanking the Abrams with my thing. Bradley is going to miss this shot. So here, Razvedka does manage to hit the RPG hit and supported with the BMP the Abrams does end up going down. Pretty interesting close range engagement there between the two vehicles and four-man infantry squad. T-90A was moved from this position to try and deal with this Bradley. Razvedka, again purchased in the Tiger M, will be trying to make its way up to this building. I did have to unload and the Tiger does get blown up, but the Razvedka still lives. One of the meteorites does get blown up by the cluster. This one will live. I guess T-90A does end up dealing with the Bradley here in the end, and so this is kind of secured at the moment. Middle is kind of, it's going to be contested very shortly. Middle was really a hot point in this one, and Baron kind of lost the Boris here to I don't even know what this is, 10th Panzer Division, right? Apache does manage to get a hit with the Hellfire on my T-90A, and that's gonna be end up retreating. Verbas moving up, supporting the Motostrelki against this Apache, and Razvedka Motostrelki teams and Sturmoviki are gonna be moving together to try and take this like urban area here. In front of us, NATO now at +2 because this was lost. There is some rocket artillery with the Tornado G being fired. I think it's a Baron's unit, really. Yes, it is. He does have two of them, so my teammates really focused on a lot on artillery. It seems double toss, double tornado here. There's three mortars, PGM mortars here, and I purchased the two meteorites here to try and help with the coffin launchers against infantry units in the middle. Also, double Kamaz 6x6 trucks are going to be arriving. One of them is going to be shifted here. One stays here to keep resupplying my meteorites and providing so I can provide artillery support. Verba does manage to get a hit on the National Guard, age 64. Both of them actually get a hit on that one. BMP is kind of resupplying at the moment in the back, and MTLB, I don't even know where this was going. So the Tigger here, yeah, this was the beginning of a build-up for an assault into Ivan here, which Housemaster was holding at the moment. All right, Cougar high explosive or AG, whatever, I don't know if it means high explosive honestly, but does get blown up by the RPG. Razvedka, four-man squad, and Verba, but they're going to be struggling against the weapons teams and whatnot. These guys also have a javelin, which is rather interesting. When it comes to like these two units, I try to offer some help in the middle because I secured my sector, right? But thing is, I cannot, I had to pay attention here and here, so I can't really pay that much attention everywhere. These are going to be firing a few times, but they will be missing mostly because I ended up queuing up orders, so queuing up fire, and then retreat up back here, and they were doing it everything by themselves, right? As you can see, and that now the retreat order is going to be queued. So I wasn't looking, I just clicked this, and then shifted my attention back to my sector. PRM 1K and BMP3 moving in. Luckily, the mast misses. Javelin also misses. This would be a one-shot kill if Javelin managed to hit, really. Double Buratino actually will be decimating the NATO positions here, also doing some friendly fire to the misdirect here. Funnily enough, National Guard again, it is a reservist unit, so with enough suppression they will be missing a lot of their shots. As you can see, not a single shot was hit with neither the mast or the javelin on this BMP3. BRM 1K working still with the 30 mil. Here we have T90A, another BRM, and 3 BMP3s with the Motostrelki squads arriving, setting up, plus a Verba, plus a Kamaz, right, plus Sturmoviki squads, mortars for smoke, all that arriving. And I'm going to be trying to make a move into Ivan shortly, +2 at the moment for our team. You can see another order was queued up in the meantime. Baron kind of attempting to make a move into Boris again to reclaim the sector there. So T-90A damaged here. The Mista was purchased. Mista will be deleting the supply truck, and this thing will actually be providing some decent artillery support for the middle throughout the game. Only one was purchased because I couldn't really afford more. S300 VM purchased as well. because again, Housemaster is playing National Guard Division, which is equipped with two cards of B2s. Actually, you can have three cards of B2s, but I don't think he brings all of them. And they are very expensive, take a very long time to be set up properly. But yeah, they can be very nasty once they are set up. ATGM coming from this position, almost killing my mortar squads here, but they did manage to arrive and unload. So assault should begin shortly. Here, BMP3 opening on National Guard engineers. Now these engineers don't have actual anti-tank. This is a high explosive warhead in the 84. Uh, I learned that the hard way in the last Northern Flames match when I played the first US Armor Division. You can go ahead and check that out if you want. But yeah, 30 mil plus 100 mil plus another 30 mil autocannon and BKTs, triple BKT. Actually, yeah, we'll be making a short work of these squads. National Guard Bradley. So I think my coffin launcher here does get blown up. Actually, doesn't. It just managed to get into cover in the last moment. Smoke is being deployed. As you can see, a lot of smoke was queued. Here, Baron did manage to get back into the sector. This Tiger anti-tank helicopter is actually causing some trouble for him. Assault is in progress. A Motostroke unloaded will be trying to occupy this silo here. BRM leading the way alongside the BMP-3. More Motostrokes will be arriving shortly, unloading in these positions, and T-90A, as well as the recon drone coming in to provide further support. As you can see, I'm also making a move on this side with the Razvedka and the Verba here, plus a BMP-3 to try and do some potential flanking maneuver if possible. So far, Kamaz trying to resupply what can be resupplied. Here, T-90A was resupplied in this position. Tigger is moving first. The Stinger does manage to get a hit on my four-post drone. Baron with actually Mr. X supporting the Baron here, doing wonderful job, wonderful teamwork there. Weapons team does get blown up. The Tigger was retreated, so it doesn't die to the Cougar 50 cal here. And this is actually where my smoke ended up being a problem for me. But here we have Su-24 MK explosive coming in. My fob was spotted actually, but oh wow, that was interesting. There was also a spy ranger drone. So Housemaster did a wonderful job actually deleting our fobs in the meantime. Explosive is dropped. That does manage to delete the command unit. MP patrol is on very low HP. BMP3 deals with Stinger and Cougar. High explosive is going to be AG. Yeah, I keep saying high explosive. Is going to be dealt with by this BMP. MTLB command also entered, and we have these IFVs arriving from this position to provide some further flanking maneuver. I forgot to cancel the thermobaric airstrike and almost ended up bombing my own guys. Luckily, it missed. So yeah, what can I say? Pretty retarded move there. Luckily, Barons fob. I mean Barons, the Dutch fires fob. I'm just so used to playing next to Baron whenever I played with these guys. But Dutch Fire's fob was also spotted. It's just it never died, luckily for us. So we were able to utilize it until the end of the game. A longbow has arrived. I will be smoking my BMPs. He still gets a hit through the smoke, but the Su-30 SM is arriving to quickly deal with the longbow, saving the BMP-3 again, and the Su-30 SM will be surviving all this. Avenger is in this position. F-15C Eagle is coming in. That's why I brought another Su-30 SM to intercept this Eagle while it's chasing my thing. S-300 opens up and will be making a short work of the Eagle there. The Tor as well is brought in, as you can see, with the new camo and new stuff, modernized stuff. National Guard M1A1's coming in now, and the T-90A is going to be trying to set up some defensive positions here alongside the BMP-3s. So, offensive stuff pretty much ended on my part. Baron and Mr. X managed to get back in here, and Baron is also going to be defending these positions. Here, something just died, or not really. So bastions are going to be opening up, but 4 M1A1s, that is a nasty business. One as well misses. Not much damage. You can outrange them, inflict cohesion damage since they are National Guard units, but four of them chasing one BMP isn't gonna be nice. Here you can see one of the new tanks. So T90M OBR 2020. A very cool looking unit. I think it's exclusive to this division. I might have to check. It wasn't in the mod before the last update. Yeah, very expensive as well. And it's not the best tank in the division as well. Cathode making a move on my positions here. Some other Starkey will manage to get into cover here. Razvetka opens up the chasseurs here. Trying to resupply these BMPs because the cathode is dropping smoke, and it's always scary when you start seeing the smoke being dropped. I can imagine Housemaster's reaction when this started happening, right? Su-30 SM still flying above. Here some more engagements, but we do manage to keep hold on these objectives for the time being. Razvedka will be retreating shortly to get themselves fixed, and VBCI does get blown up by the RPG in this position. So Cathode, trying to make some moves. Now you will see me make a lot of mistakes in the upcoming few minutes. It's gonna be painful. I can promise you that, painful to watch. T98 providing some fire support towards the middle here, towards the Dutch fires the units. We lost the middle sector. It's still a +4 because this is under control, right? And the Elena and Boris here. But NATO slowly will start to reorganize, and it's gonna get bad. For me at least, I'm not sure. Like the Baron already had a bad time in this position, yeah. But there's always teamwork. So T98 with some, I don't know, guerrilla numbers 80 gem opening up on that. Abrams doesn't do much damage. This T98 is stunned by the chasseurs. Here Razvetka is opening up. These guys don't have line of sight. Leclercs are coming in to deal with my infantry, artillery as well coming in. So BMP3s and BRM are going to be utilized here to try and deal with the chasseurs, but this more smoke is being dropped, as you can see. Mortars moving here. The Tor is still in the backline. You'll notice how I don't have actually a lot of defenses in this position, and this is where he's pushing. And it's gonna get ugly. I said that multiple times. I'm just gonna leave it for you to see. BRM 1K dies to something in this position. Artillery also moving on the Tigger here and the BMP3. BRM here will also going to be dying to the Leclercs. Verba is opening up with the AKs, I believe, yes, on the National Guard weapons team. MTLB command died. The APCs run into my armor here, but so these guys actually can use the incendiary rocket launcher to try and hit stuff. T90A will be dealing with the VBCI in this position. T90A here will be dying to the Leclercs. You can see I purchased a lot of bombers all of a sudden because, yeah, this was getting very bad. I lost the command unit. His command Leclerc is still in. My both tanks here died. T90A here was badly damaged. We'll get to that. So one high explosive that gets shot down, but we will be doing brilliant damage to all their units. Double thermobaric airstrike as well. Coming in, we'll be deleting the Leclerc before it's able to actually get the full cap. And that's gonna give NATO a +2 now. So my tanks are gonna be retreating here, trying to get themselves resupplied. I'm still losing stuff to artillery, as you can see. Both BMP3s are dead, both BRMs are dead that were here. My Tor here is completely exposed. Mortar still unloaded, waiting for this thing to kill them. This Tor is about to get killed with artillery. Then this Verba is about to be the only AA piece against this Apache. And these guys, I don't even know this was bailed out, right? More cathode stuff is coming in. Housemaster still preparing his move on me on this side. Yeah, it was very it was getting very ugly for me. Mi-28N, the cheapest one. There are multiple variants of Mi-28 in this division. Finally, an Mi-28 Warno, right? I've been wanting to play around with that thing for so long. It's just Eugene refuses to implement them into base game for whatever reason, even though we have K50. Anyways, my stuff from the middle is gonna be shifting to my side here because we have problems obviously happening here. Cathode doing wonderful moves on me. T90 MOBR 2020, again very cool tank, very expensive as well. Arriving to try and deal with some stuff, specifically these French or Belgian tanks. I think it's just the French tanks in the division there. And Mi-28 starts to open up with its unguided rockets. Mortar's gonna be engaging the command fusiliers here. All of this infantry will probably be dying. Here the Verba is about to get messed up by the Bradley. National Guards M1A1 engaging with my super cool tank here will be losing, should be losing that engagement, really, yes. Ammo explosions, you can see the cook-off. Yeah, very cool cook-off animation as well. So, Seed does get a Patriot, but does get shot down as well. Su-30 SM Seed, by the way. So yeah, that was kind of sad. Double purpose drone flying above, trying to spot all these infantry units. As you can see, a lot of enemy presence here. And they're also attacking me in this direction. So, like, these guys managed to stabilize this side somewhat. This is going to be recapped shortly, but yeah, there goes my super expensive tank. It was kind of very hard to pay attention to both of these sides, so that's going to be another reason why I'm going to be losing a lot of minutes in the next few minutes. And MTLB kind of trying to just contest this, stop the bleed, but we stopped the bleed in the meantime by capping middle, and now I'm just going to be giving us a +2 again. There is some Su-25 SM LGB circling above from Dutch Fire, I believe. Yes. Musta working here on enemy infantry positions, trying to deal with the command infantry there. Meteorites are also trying to dislodge the enemy infantry positions, and Mi-28 N, yes, just N, will be trying to help out against this infantry. Now, this was very risky. This is a like super expensive tank. Su-30 SM as well. Forgot about this. Coming in, strafing another Apache, shooting it down. Does manage to survive and go back home. This guy retreated. So this is something very dumb mistake I made. Like, both of these don't have much fuel, which I didn't realize. And I sent them forward, right? And that's gonna be a big problem in a few minutes. 2 BRMs and 3 BMP3s arriving with the Motostrelki to try and reclaim full control of this sector now. Here, still pretty hot around this sector. Mirage 2000 Elizabeth bombers coming in. We'll be deleting some infantry squads, but one does get shot down. Actually, both of them get shot down by S400. Right, so these tanks, they're gonna be chasing off some enemy units here, but yeah, we're low on fuel, and we're still spending fuel, and it's a super expensive tank, you don't want it to be stranded without fuel there. Motostrelki here making moves in these buildings, trying to clear this out. The Musta is gonna be engaging 2 squads that I don't even know who marked it. The Dutch Fire marked it, yes. And yeah, 2 Pioneer squads from the cathode will be deleted, I think, here. Right, I'm not sure why there is no command unit in this position, though. Yeah, there is TAT BVK. Alright, kinda aggressive with these T90s still. The Buratino is gonna be engaging from the Dutch Fire here, supporting my infantry push some more. T90M gonna be engaging the National Guard M1A1, should be easily winning this fight, though. There's as well a Puma, which is a pretty damn good IFV. Boxer opening up with, I guess, 30 mil or some 25 mil something. Now, T90M is smoked, still gets hit. Abrams doesn't manage to smoke in time and dies to the 80 gem from a second T90 here. Here, Motostrelki now again engaging against the Pioneers. T90M coming into support. Drones still flying above, you know. You get like 6 drones per card in this mod. There's the standard T90M now. Again, very cool looking model here. It just lacks that kind of star on the side. Would be nice to have that as well. This one was routed, and this guy has 40 fuel left. So you know what's about to happen, really. Yeah, pretty dumb stuff. BMPs, 4 BMP3s pushing with BRM 1K and MI28 supporting that from above. There is a command Abrams in the area, plus another BRM 1K coming in. Here, the Tor is arriving to back up the Housemaster's forces in this area, and yeah, it's kind of very difficult. I mean, look, there's a laser guide bomber from laser guide bombs from B2. Yeah, super heavy tank goes up in flames just like that. That's why I said the B2s can be very. Look, there's another one. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a radar. My Tor that was here died earlier, so there's that. Musta's gonna be opening up on these infantry units here, and the mortars should be engaging shortly as well. BMP is still pushing from this direction. There is a Scalp Mirage 2000 moving in to drop a laser guide bomb, and I'm gonna assume this T-72 command just doesn't manage to get the kill. Sorry, sadly for NATO guys. Puma loses some cohesion against my artillery. T90M is in the position. T90A here. I lost both super expensive tanks, but we do have 2 more tanks. Not as good, but they are, you know, still tanks. Mortars opening up, and we have thermobaric bombers coming in as well to try and stop this NATO push that's happening at the moment. Exceptional Optics Humvee, you know, still in the area. BMP3 does get hit by this National Guard scouts and finished off by the M1A1. Thermobaric bombs being dropped. One bomber does get shot down, and high explosive as well coming in. Does manage to live, I think. Yeah, like my mistake here was the fact that I dropped all of this payload in a single position. So it wasn't very intelligent. +6 at the moment though, because we are holding both this and their backline sector on my side. Now, MTLB command dies to the Boxer. I tried to retreat it, but yeah, not much success. T90M does avenge it by killing the Boxer here. S300 VM coming in. Boxer commands trying to sneakily contest this. Does come under fire from the Mi-28, and sadly my Mi-28M isn't really capable of hitting much 80 gems. But there are Motostrelki in the area which do have an RPG. And does this hit? Not really. So drone working with the tanks here, providing them with optics. KSK pretty damn nasty units to play against. Mi-28 does get hit by some Stinger, I'm gonna assume, and dies. Second Musta was purchased, actually. Forgot about the second purchase there. And here we have my command unit and BMP-2M, which is actually the best IFV in this division because of the Cornet and like I'll show it in the deck part. Typhoon with the Taurus coming in. S300 should finish the job, really. Actually doesn't. Alright, and it is empty now. T90M killed something in this position, which was Abrams. So these 2 tanks, these 2 generations of T90 single-handedly counter-attacking against Thor here. Plus the drone, obviously, right? But these 2 tanks are doing a phenomenal job at the moment. Just trying to chase off enemies' forces and deny them the cap. Avenger might get blown up by the Cornet here, actually. Yeah, it does. And Panzer Grants are here, but they're going to be dealt with by the T90M. Again, you know, this is gonna die. Actually, it's not. That's what's going on in Panzers here. But I don't really have control over the sector still. It's just two tanks plus a drone. Like this drone is about to run out of fuel shortly, and then I'm not gonna have optics over this area, and then these tanks are gonna become a sitting ducks pretty much. Yeah, this CV was originally intended to go here, but then I noticed the Sprat thing, and there was no point having two command units. It's very much overkill, waste of ammo. You know, using two tanks to kill a supply truck. BRM dealing with the cathode chasseurs here, and Dutchfire is again taking over the middle sector here. Mi-35 doesn't. Kilos coming in. One does get shot down. Yeah, that's not gonna have a great time. More BMP2s arriving on this side with more Motostrelki to try and get some infantry positions here. And there's also these Motostrelki that were forgotten in this silo. I was like, this should have really been a recon infantry in this position. So here I'm laying down smoke, trying to do some more offensive stuff here. There was this MTLB and the Motostrelki command unit here. Basically, this was supposed to be reserve command unit if this dies, right? And these were pushed forward slightly, so it's not a very expected position for a CV, if that makes sense. AAPs arrived here, Razvedka and the Tigger as well, so this turned into a build-up for attack into Gregory, and you can also see a Tor coming in. So Mr. X trying some push. The Leclercs are going to be actually dealing with that probably. I can't see the BMPDs winning this. Here something just died. Yeah, I'm actually pushing at the moment. So T90M was actually retreated because this was dumb, sending the T90M into this kind of environment. Leo 287s from the tour now building up in front of Ivan here to try another assault. And but now, I do still have two tanks and three BMP, so there is some forces actually available. Plus, there's like still two bombers alive and ready to provide support. 2 minutes left on the clock. As it stands, BRM 1K is going to be getting rid of this supply Humvee. And FOB is kind of empty at the moment because I was also using this FOB since mine got blown up. I'm not sure where the Recon Humvee went. It was a very good play by the Housemaster with that Humvee there. As well, T90 I'm gonna be providing some support against this enemy position here, and double Mista is gonna open up on that as well. Another four-post drone coming in to keep the optics going, right? Here I'm trying to make a move as well. I'll just watch this cornet real quick. See if we got some hits. At the moment I wasn't really paying attention to this position because I was micromanaging my push, but there's the hit, right? Yeah, it's probably... well, oh, it's gonna die because I'm not looking. So here's the thing. The Tor got blown up by some 80 gems from this position. I unloaded all of my reinforcements here. This was fast moved, so it could provide us with some potential optics before it got capped. And there's as well command Motostrokia, as I mentioned before. I'm actually looking, so there's gonna be counterattack as well. But Rafales coming in, List Guide Bomb, Scalp, all of that cool stuff. And watch this magnificent airstrike now. Yeah, just deleting bunch of stuff. One does get shot down, but they just pretty much cancelled our entire assault into this because, I mean, we got in, but the commander died, so, doesn't really matter. BMP-2 blown up, T-90A smoked off. The Bradley does go down to the 80 gem here. BMP-2 is messing up the Leo 2A7 badly at the moment, but yeah, the Leo 2A7 packs a lot of punch, as you can see. T90M coming in, we'll be finishing off the Leo, I think. Or maybe it's gonna be the BMP, I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. And we managed to get in here. Now, something died. The T90M died probably in this position because, again, I wasn't looking. Yeah, pretty damn cool game. What can I say? I enjoyed every moment of this one. Because, like, many attacks happened on both sides, really. So Baron, as you can see, really struggled in this one. but can't really blame the guy. It's new divisions, all of these guys know what they're doing. Very good players all around. Yeah. Anyways, let's go into the deck and see what it's all about. So should be the 20th motto, really. Right. Fob, and then 3 availability CV. There's a BMP3 CV as well, but it's 105 points. And in this mod, everything is kind of expensive, so I can't afford a triple 105 point CV. And Kamaz 6 times 6,000 supply trucks. You can as well have 600. I just like my 1,000 supply standardized trucks. There's as well Kraz, but why bother when you can have 1K supply trucks and many of them. So BMP 2Ms, I mentioned those before. As you can see, 120 points IFV, very expensive infantry squad because of that. But I mean, look at the armaments. Really, 29 pen cornet, 70% accuracy, 2,800 meters range. Grenade launcher, PKT, advanced thermals, smoke launchers, amphibious, whatnot. What more can you ask for? And then BMP3s. BMP3 is actually being cheaper than this BMP2. Only difference in price here is because the Motostrokis are 30 points, these are 35, I think. So yeah, that's a 5 point difference. But still, BMP3 very good. Advanced thermals and stand-off armor and whatnot. Pretty cool model as well, as you can see. Cornet, one card of Cornet, 29 pen, 80 gem, and the Saperi with the RPG. Now these guys are 8 men with machine gun and anti-tank plus incendiary RPG, so I think it's a very good squad. Also very cool models. It's just really well done mod, really, what can I say? And then these Sturmovikis with the RPO plus smoke grenade, standman squads, double PKP machine gun there. So yeah, pretty cool transport as well. It's just not armed, so you can sell it. And the command Motostralki with smoke grenades and SVD plus RPG 26 in another BMP 3. Here artillery. So this is the meteorite thing I was using. It's just a coffin launcher really. It's like I don't even know what this is. It's like a Strela 10. Looks like a Strela 10 thing, but yeah, with the coffin launchers on top. The Mist, a more expensive one. I'm not even sure what's the difference really. So this has more rate of fire and shorter aim time, and reload time is better, and yeah, and more suppression, but slightly more suppression. And then mortars, just for the smoke, although I did use them in the high explosive role as well. Tanks, right? So considering it's a motor rifle division, it's very packed with tanks. T90 command and then T90 A's. Again, it's not the best tank. It does the job. It just feels like a T72 from the base game, really. I mean, when you think about it, really, it is just a T72 with the upgrades. A lot of upgrades, though, but still. It was built on a T72, right? And then T90 amps. So, obviously, better tank, a lot more armor. Yeah, that's about it, really. More accuracy, maybe. Yeah, more accuracy on the move. And then these guys, it's actually this thing. There is even more expensive guy with 5 weapon slots. There is active protection system. All right, arena active protection system. Interesting. I'm not sure how it works, and the fact that you can have one. See, you can. So if you wanted to, you would have to not upfed them. But I'm not sure if they lose. Sorry, the cohesion when the arena works. I'm not sure how that functions. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep using these ones. Who cares? So yeah, pretty cool looking unit overall compared to like this one. I don't even know what this thing is, but we can check that. But actually, we can't. It's just electro-optical dazzler. All right, that's cool as well. Recon, so 4 post drone. I mentioned that. BRM exceptional optics, and then the Razvedka in Tigran. There's also mod Razvedka that can arrive in BMP3, but I figured, it's just a standard BMP3, which is worse than this one. So why bother, right? It's 6-man squad. This is a 4-man squad, but these guys arrive in the Tigger which is as well a recon unit. So might as well, right? Have more recon on the field and harass enemy infantry units with the cord here. AA Verba, very good, 70% accuracy. Manpad, not much else about it really. And then S300 BM. Radar, 60% accuracy, huge range. And then the Tor, I mean, it's a Tor, right? Cool vertical launch thing. Helicopters, so here's the bad boys, right? I only used this one because it was the cheapest one, and it's an attack helicopter. That's like what I was able to afford at the moment. AA variant 2 per card with the Iglas, 65% accuracy. So this guy with the 8 attackers, 40, 80 mil unguided rockets. There is the variant with 16 attackers, right? And 10, 122 mil rockets, but more expensive, 10 points more expensive, really. It's not that, I mean, yeah, this was a dumb choice, really. And then 320 points thing with 8 Lemur something. Anti-tank top attack, overfly top attack, missiles, 16 pen, but considering you're attacking top armor, this thing has 4. So hitting 4 armor with 16 pen, pretty damn devastating. Might as well, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it 1. And then SU-30 SM card of fighters, there's as well Seed with 60% ECM and the 70%, actually 65% KH-31 PM anti-radiation missiles, 4 of them. Thermobaric bombs, high explosive bombs. So I was gonna put laser guide bombs in here, but it's 1 per card. This is equally as devastating if it hits, so why not have more availability? Anyways, that's gonna be the 20th Guards Motor Rifle Division from the Rolling Flames mod. I'm actually not gonna cover more divisions this time. You can wait until the next game is played. Hopefully, I'm gonna play another division that I haven't played before. Right? I'll be aiming for that anyways. Anyways, until next time, GG's, and as always, well played, everyone.